Welcome back, guys. Jack and I ready for game number 3. I don't know what happened. I got to a Riot uplink.
Yeah, Riot uplink. That turned around quick. I don't know what's going on here.
It's that new map.
Dude, honestly, I'm down to play it. Once again, we talked about Retreat before. It's for Surge, now Riot uplink. I'm up for it.
Yeah, come back, I would actually love it if they started this. The reason we didn't play Riot off the break was you could throw up and over the building. You could just launch those passes. These days, though, not even considered in the map rotation. We will be going to come back in just a few moments.
Actually, I believe they're doing a host check.
Host check?
Yep.
Ooh,
so,
and I would do the same thing because it was pretty sloppy on the previous Orbit host.
That's exactly what was going on. The second I saw it load up and the second I saw the admin, one of the admins inside the game, I knew what they were doing. And something you see a lot on game battles used to happen a lot more on the Xbox 360, where teams would want to get it checked out. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they're told they can't play on this host because it looks like they're still the same choppiness as before.
Really?
For me, at least a little bit.
That ain't good for nobody. I'm spawning in. And here's a look at the 4 bars, 3 bars. You see Fuseno 3 barring on this. 3 bar for our admin as well as accuracy. A lot of 4 bars though. It is a different host. This time it was TCM's host. I believe it was Fuseno's host the first time around. Uh-oh. Yeah, I can see how that would not be so fun.
Is it skipping a little bit for you?
My first jump was. Now I'm just spamming.
They're showing around. Ooh, I saw one there. I saw a couple there. At least on my end.
All right. But yeah.
So, we'll see. This is, once again, more than likely the host that Envy had to play on in game number 1, so I'm sure JCap took a stand with his team and said, no, we're playing. We're trying to see if we can get a different host to be played.
Uh-oh.
Obviously, this is Envy's best game type, so they're down 2-0, but if there's any map they could take, it'd be this one.
Alrighty, guys. Well, we'll come back to us for a minute while they're figuring out the exact host. Oh, everyone's upset I didn't shoot at people in the chat. I'm sorry. Next time we do that, I will shoot everything. I wanted a knife fight. Back to the important stuff that the chat wants to know. Jack, what's better, America or England? It all started with soccer. Now they're talking about Gfinity and how the Americans are coming over to the UK. What do you prefer? What's your favorite city?
It's not really even a question. Don't get me wrong, I love London. Great place, great people as well, but if you think for a second that the US isn't the best damn place on this earth, then you're lost.
Senator Jack Dunlop, boys and girls.
See, I'm wearing a different shirt and tie this time, so I don't fully fulfill that role, but this weekend I'll have that American flag pin out there in London.
You better, Jack. Guys, I'm a big fan of Canada as well. I agree. Montreal, Toronto, fantastic cities. Vancouver, never been there.
I've been to Quebec. Quebec was nice. Pretty good.
Quebec, isn't that like a province, a giant state, or whatever they call them up there in Canada?
I don't know. I don't know if Canada's a real place. Like, I went there, but I feel like it's kind of like Narnia.
Shout out to North Korea in the chat. Yeah.
Good place to be. Beautiful this time of year, actually.
Honestly, though, out of all the places I've ever been in my life, Australia, Sydney is my happy spot. If I could, I would become an Australian, a billion-dollar Australian, hang out in Sydney because you need a lot of money to live in that city. Either way, it looks like the host is going to stay with TCM. Envy needs to win 3 straight. We got Uplink comeback. We got Hardpoint Detroit. We got Search and Destroy Biolab remaining before we get to FaZe versus Rise Nation, the last match of the night. And the admin says that we're switching hosts, so I am dead wrong, and I just lied to all of you guys.
See? They reached out. They got official word. We're switching hosts.
He's switching it.
That's what you got to do. That's what it's all about.
I'm about that life. Jack, what's your favorite part of America?
My favorite part is, well, one, that just helps that I have a home feeling when I'm here. So I love going to London, but there's no better feeling than coming back and realizing, hey, I'm back in the States. Really, outside of that, though, family's here, beautiful places to go and visit. You got everything, the 4 seasons in this area.
So you
go down south
by
and
saying
enjoy the beach.
Home and family. Okay, so everyone has that, no matter where they're at in the world, most likely.
I don't care.
All right. So what were the other reasons you love America, Jack? 4 seasons.
4 great seasons.
4 great seasons.
4 incredible
Not
seasons.
the hotel. He's talking about
Nope.
spring, winter.
And then, you know, just a lot of great people.
Which they have everywhere in the world as well. My producer wants you to know.
All right, are we talking like...
Jack, you are not selling America very well. I would be like, we got Hooters. We got
weaponry.
We have wing eating contest. We have hot dogs.
And hot dog eating contest.
Hot dog eating contest.
And that's it.
We have California. We got good skiing if you want to go.
Geysers. We have geysers.
We got all kinds of mountains. We got Tex-Mex. Do you guys have Tex-Mex, London?
No.
Huh?
No. They got Nando's.
You got Nando's. Yeah, go ahead, eat your crappy over-dried chicken. We're going to be eating burritos filled with some rice, some beans, a little bit of ground beef, maybe some cheese on that.
Chris, where's the hookup, man? Look what I'm using right now.
What are you using right now?
Day 1 edition.
Day 1?
I'm here casting, and I don't have the scuff. I need some help here.
Why don't you have a scuff, bro?
I don't know, man.
You gotta step your game up. All right, chat. Other than Severed Carpet number 3, who keeps spamming Vietnam in the chat and gets timed out for it, what is your favorite country? Your options: America, Canada, go Australia.
Okay.
We'll just put UK. We'll just combine all of your little places in Europe together.
Okay.
France.
Okay.
Spain.
Okay.
Florida's not a country there, producer. Good enough for me. We'll start with 6.
Let us know.
Let us know. Where's your favorite place in the whole darn planet? Germany? You like Germany for some reason? You want to go to Sweden? I went to Norway. Norway was beautiful but boring as hell.
Imagine.
All right, Jack. We're back in the action, though.
There
this
we go.
time,
Man.
it's on point.
I don't like to sell the country.
And it's on comeback. And we're going to tell you guys the outcome. I'm putting Australia as my favorite. I can never run for president after that America is leading the poll, according to our producer.
Good work.
UK, step your game up if you want to compete. We'll call football soccer until you do.
Football and soccer. Remember who won the Women's World Cup?
On your screen, we're opening up with Happy. Yeah, we don't even need to call it the right name to win the World Cup.
Yeah, like we deserve the right and we earn the right to say whatever we want. Sorry.
And right now, the right is all going to Envy off that initial fight.
Love
Everyone
that
getting dropped except for TCM. And T-Clam is just going to go and scoop up this uncontested satellite drone. What is Envy up to? They get 4 down and don't even think about the objective play.
Yeah, not able to make much happen from it now. Envy grabbing the drone yet again. Looney going to toss that in, but picked off by accuracy. Beautiful stuff from him. He's going to rotate this one towards green. Unfortunately, though, there is one player there to greet him. He's just playing his life beautifully done. He's just waiting for the trade from his teammates. Unfortunately, though, JCap gets the upper hand on him. 2 wind up falling. Envy back on the aggression.
Viceno clearing that one. Minute down. 0 points allowed by Orbit. Envy on the other side. Playing from the more difficult spawn. Doing a nice job controlling glass. Will they be able to lock this down? And it looks like Looney is not going to have any issue getting this one over to blue. Now they're going to be able to tack on some points unless the defense holds strong. Big kills coming out of accuracy. It looks like TCM stopped the carrier first. Aqua's not going to make a move for the objective. It's instead going to be cleared by Facento for a second time.
Yeah, still nobody on the board yet in game number 3. If you are just tuning in, Orbit finds themselves up 2-0 over Envy in the series. Accuracy gets cut down by Aqua. Envy in a perfect position to score this one. They just have 1 player to beat. It doesn't matter as Octane dunks it in. The boys in blue are the first on the board.
I love watching people score and then get the kill afterwards. It's got to be so depressing if you're that guy who gets picked off. Either way, drone in action. JCap stopped 3 down. Envy needs to put an end to this run. Otherwise, Vicento is sure to punish. TCM escorting his way into the base. 2 players coming off spawn. Stuns all gone, though, and Viceno is going to sink it. 2-1 game. Orbit answers back, but will they be able to maintain map control?
Beautiful stuff from the boys on Orbit as they're able to answer right back, even though they've been struggling with keeping control of their base. 4-on-4 as all players begin to spawn back up. Happy running that drone towards the glass side. He gets cut down. JCap, another two-piece to stop the aggression from Orbit. It's the second time he's done that this game. A big reason why they've yet to be able to get across this middle bound.
There's the reset from Envy. They've reestablished control for a moment, but here comes the push through glass. It belongs to TCM and Facento. Shots going down. Aqua and Octane working together. Down goes TCM. Now Aqua is going to finish off. Actually, Octane steals that kill as well. Drone is moving in the hands of Looney, and Looney is going to sink it 3-1. A 2-point lead, but that is just one possession. And Orbit not done threatening yet. We'll see if they can make a move for this drone. First fight has to be won, and it looks like it was right there by accuracy. My game refuses to let me switch players, but we'll watch the minimap as a team.
There we go. Looney gets taken down. The drone back in the hands of accuracy. He's just going to try to move it towards green, but JCap is there yet again. Envy getting 4 down. Another 2-point play going to come in now. 5-1. The lead continuing to grow. Octane 10-6 on a 5 streak.
Not too shabby. Finally going to get cut down. Over to JCap, who is 12-11. Most kills in the game. You look over at the rest of Orbit, though. Facento, -4. Same thing for accuracy. Both of those players need to get it going. Otherwise, they will get blown out, much like we saw TCM earlier in the night. And I'm just looking at this Envy squad. Everything seems to be rolling well. You only have one player negative. That's Looney, who's been focused mostly on the drone. He just got embarrassed, though, by accuracy. It's going to be up to Octane to keep the drone clear.
Really? Haven't seen anything too convincing from Orbit so far in game number 3. It is their host, but right now, Envy doing everything in their power to try to force a game 4. It's their best game type for a reason, and it's showing right now as they've only given up 1 point through the first 4.5 minutes of gameplay.
Solid hold so far from Aqua and Octane. They seem to be the defenders so far. And Octane pre-firing out at green, trying to draw some attention. The drone still on the opposite side of the map. Big kills being laid down by Looney, who has gone over to the bow. JCap now trying to pick up the drone. Stuns his opponent once, stuns him a second time, still needs help, doesn't come. He will get cleaned up. Final 5 seconds, there is the clear. We're going into the half. The score 5-1 in favor of Envy.
Really nothing too crazy going down on side number 1. Envy just doing a pretty good job of being able to rally in some points. Orbit needs to step up their map control on side number 2. Even when they began to push as a team, they would just get cut down and lose some crucial gunfights, whether it was inside glass or their front player inside yellow. When that type of play happens, it completely swaps you from being the aggressive team to now having to first cover your bases before you can continue to push. That opens up more opportunities for the defending team to clear you out. We just saw Envy do that time and time again. We'll see, though, if Orbit can put things more in their favor on side number 2.
Quick update on our chat poll. What is your favorite country? America comes through with a 50% vote. 78 people voted for that to 30 for the UK. I was one of 10 people who voted Australia. On board with accuracy off the break. I wanted to see what is Orbit's most struggling player up to. He's able to pick up his first kill, get an assist on the second. Facento gonna get shut down. Meanwhile, it was Happy trying to escort TCM with the drone. That is gonna be stopped, but not until a point went on the board. 5-2. Nice opening moves here from Orbit, but they lost all momentum now.
Octane falls yet again. Aqua gets ripped in half by TCM. That's going to open up the map for Orbit. They're now beginning to push this drone into blue. Would love to just see the 1-point play. But no, they decided to just toss it out. They definitely had the ability to throw that one in. Unfortunately, they didn't even get it out of the map, and now it's going to be all up to Envy as they begin this push through glass.
Down goes TCM. Happy trying to throw some stuns out. Going to connect on the drone carrier, but that one is sunk at range. And it looks actually that
picked off.
We're going to see the
accuracy.
Yeah, good job there by accuracy. Yeah, take it all back. Good clear as well.
Able to get rid of the aggression on his base. Good job regaining control of yellow. Textbook stuff from Orbit with the pick as well. TCM, weird decision to try to push towards bottom dirt. He gets cut down by 2 players on Envy. Now Vicento is the last player alive, doing all he can to get control of the glass, but Aqua is just pre-aiming with the bow. He's going to win that gunfight time and time again.
Oh, yeah.
The 1-point play sinks in. Envy gets their 2-possession lead back under their belt.
You know, and I really kind of question, when should you go for ones, when should you go for two? Seems like Envy could be punishing by a bit more on the scoreboard. They still hold a 5-point advantage, though. And that is 3 possessions. Looney doing the damage with the SMG from behind. Couldn't finish off the second kill. TCM, though, slipped by and was able to sink a long-range shot. So back to a 4-point game. 2 possessions separate these two squads. Happy trying to maintain glass control.
But here's the issue, Chris. The 3 points so far have come off of weird throws like that. Every single time they get a point in, they have no map presence, and Envy is able to do something like this. Octane grabs a drone, gets a top yellow, goes to the 1-point toss, and he connects. And it's going to keep happening time and time again until Orbit play more as a team and push out glass side.
I'm just cutting through between all the Orbit members, and they are just getting slaughtered. Envy, the best team in the game at uplink. We kind of expected them to be able to win this game 3, but we also expected them to win games 1 and 2. Octane on your screen for the moment, doing a great job with the bow, holding on to that glass entrance. Aqua behind him, making sure the drone doesn't move from the base floor, and JCap will get cleared out. So there you finally go. It's Orbit with control of glass, and it's going to be TCM rotating for the drone. In fact, he's going to send Facento. TCM's going to try and clear out mid. Facento's got to go for a 1-point toss, if anything here.
Seno has the drone. Top this AC vent on green side, goes for the 1-point toss, able to connect. Still a 2-possession game. While it looks so Envy favored, there's only 4 points separating these two teams. Accuracy, able to win a gunfight against Aqua, who was top blue. Another player getting in a gunfight middle map, that's Facento. The complete map control going in favor of Orbit. They pick up 1 more kill. Now can they get their cutoffs in the Envy base? They pick up 1. The dunk goes in 8-6. 1 possession separating these two teams.
Orbit still in position to keep scoring. Unfortunately, accuracy can't escape the shots of Octane. Facento waiting behind enemy lines. And he is going to have to chase down this drone before it gets tossed in. The server's starting to lag a little bit here. The shot goes up, and it's going to be cleared. Accuracy.
They're going to move it towards green.
Making the runs, man. Here we go.
Will Accuracy decide to go for the 1-point play, or will he try to force the dunk? Getting it below sandbags now. He still has 1 lead blocker. That's TCM, who's trying to clear the lane for him. He does just that, and he stays alive. 8-8, 40 seconds remaining, and full map control to Orbit. Chris, they're trying to make the impossible happen. The pass from Happy up to top blue. He's running the drone in, tosses the 1-point play. With 30 seconds left, Orbit finally in the lead, but Envy are beginning to surge back.
Facento with a big kill from the window has just been a thorn in Envy's side. Here is Orbit with the drone again. The clear will secure the series. A missed shot from Accuracy.
Oh my god, he missed it again.
A missed shot a second time. Shooting his teammate. Facento says, just let me clear it, brother. Octane last man up, though, for Envy, and there is no chance they're getting to that drone in time. This is a 3-0 coming out of Orbit over Envyus, and the biggest shocker of the evening.
My jaw is dropped.
Open it.
I'm speechless. I'm speechless right now. I can't believe the collapse that just happened. Chris, all game long, you and I have been saying Orbit needs to push together as a team. They need to push together as a team. Once they do that, they'll see more success. Well, guess what happened? They pushed together as 4. They locked down blue control. They utilized that pass feature to get the drone in. Beautifully done. Yes, they failed 2 of the easiest throws out into that little glass window inside of glass. But hey, they just 3-0'd Envy. Major win for Orbit, a massive momentum swing.
I'm confused, dude.
So am I.
I'm so confused still, and Envy just goes
out
of this lobby. They are done with all of that. Let me bring up your stats one more time here, guys. This was pretty impressive stuff in the final few minutes. Who got the job done there for Orbit? It all happened so fast.
Really, it was TCM. Lead blocker for them on that first dunk that came from bottom sandbag to tie up the game. His only goal was to suicide himself. Basically, he just runs out into the capture point to just draw all the attention away. But he flew out and picked up 2 kills and stayed alive and then got control of blue with his team. Once they did that, they had their players spawn back up in yellow. They rotated right towards the drone. They actually passed it right away, and they decided we're just going to go for the 1-point play. One of those split-second decisions, it worked out in their favor. Thankfully, they got the kills after they scored as well, which stopped Envy from having any chance of grabbing the drone and tossing it in. Major victory for Orbit, a frustrating loss for Envy.
Crazy stuff, man. It continues to happen tonight. Your winners so far, TK over Epsilon, Elevate 3-0's TCM, and we just saw another 3-0, Orbit. A little bit of sloppy host in game 1, but they even tested it going into game 3, completes their 3-0 over Envy, who continues to drop in our standings. Up next, though, we have our final match of the night, FaZe versus Rise Nation. And if it's anything like the other three, we're in for a treat. Be right back.